Hey fellow time wasters, this is Corinne Connerino, aka Suburban Time Waster, back in the land of Dead by Daylight. And yeah, this looks like the Alchemist's memory again, but relax, I'm not playing it. I just had to wait until the autoplay was over before I could play it. But this time, we're visiting Claudette Morel and the memories of her 8th birthday.
Claudette is 7 years old and feels alone, very alone. Yes, her parents love her. Yes, they want the world for her, but the world doesn't want her. Or at least that's what Claudette believes. She just wants to fit in. Fit in at school, fit in with her cousins, fit in with her teammates on the soccer pitch. But fitting in isn't as simple as being like others. She's different, and she knows it. She feels slow, unresponsive, not quick enough to understand her teacher or keep up with her class. The librarian calls her addle-minded. When she talks, she stutters. Sometimes she loses her breath and has trouble recognizing when she's talking too loudly. But most of all, her teacher embarrasses her. Says she's in the clouds, always in the clouds. Get out of the clouds, Claudette. But she can't help it. She's exploring massive gardens and colorful bugs on strange new worlds.
Okay, what, like the Star Trek show? Okay, probably not that, but you gotta admit, it does sound like it. But, yeah, I totally get how Claudette's feeling and how Claudette felt. I mean, I've always had trouble relating to people, but it really got worse during middle school because, well, after I graduated from elementary school, my dad moved my whole family without so much as letting us have a say, and I had to adjust to a new school and a new way of doing things. And they always say make new friends, but that's a lot harder for kids than it is for adults, because they're forced into this situation. Adults choose to go into a new situation. Kids are kind of forced into it, and it affects them psychologically. I just retreated up into myself, and I really didn't have anyone. So yeah, I totally get it. And now the second memory.
Claudette feels things more than others, much more. Like the shame of not being invited to any birthday parties. Not one party. Every day her parents ask her who she played with at lunch, and every day she lowers her chin and tells them that she doesn't want to talk. Her parents ask her teacher, and her teacher tells them she likes to play alone. Not so much play, more like collect and observe things. Flowers, weeds, beetles, worms, rocks. Some kids are just loners. Every day her parents ask her about her friends, and every day the shame returns. They want her to have friends. More than that, they want a list of names for her birthday. But she doesn't have a list of names. She doesn't even have one name.
God, that's sad. I mean, when I was really young, I did invite other kids to birthday parties. I didn't have my first alone birthday party till the 6th grade, which I've already explained why that was. But it seems like Claudette's different from her peers, and there's nothing wrong with that, but let's see how it all plays out.
Claudette observes a beetle while her classmates chase one another around the playground. She wants to play, but no one wants to be around her. She doesn't want to think about it. Thinking about it hurts. Thinking about it reminds her she will disappoint her mother again. Her mother just wants her to have a friend, but making a friend isn't easy. Not for Claudette. And she wishes more than anything that it was as easy for her as it was for others. She wishes she had a friend to make her parents worry less. Maybe they would even be proud. Maybe she should give up her passion for bugs and flowers. Maybe that would help. Maybe then she would be like other kids. But the need to explore and collect is strong. It is not beyond her. It is her.
Yeah, the need to change. I felt that too. I mean, I fit my love for Star Trek and a lot of geeky things just to fit in. And yeah, this is starting to hit a little too close to home for me, so I'm just gonna continue.
Claudette loves to collect things, and she knows this is why many call her weird. Her father tells her she's perfect the way she is. He tells her a man named Darwin used to collect bugs and plants too. He had a big imagination like her. He often mused on ideas and theories, and boy did he come up with a whopper of a theory. He explains the theory, and she understands. Her father has a way of taking complicated ideas and making them easy to understand. Darwin. Claudette likes the name. She smiles, stares at her favorite blue and green beetle, and names him Darwin.
Charles Darwin, the man who discovered evolution. And well, at least both her parents love her. Me, it was only my mom who loved me. My dad, on the other hand, oh my god, he loved talking about how weird and strange I was and how the problem was me. Yeah, God, I gotta get through this fast. I mean, The Alchemist was a lot less painful for me to go through than this.
Claudette's mom is crying. She's upset because Claudette is having trouble in school. Her grades are lower than they've ever been. She doesn't understand what she's doing wrong as a parent. Her dad says she's doing nothing wrong. He says Claudette's wired differently and that's okay. Her mom doesn't want her to collect plants and bugs anymore. Her dad says that's the best part of her and he doesn't need a child who fits some bell curve. More than this, he defends her. He tells her mother that the greatest treasures gifted to the world were from those who didn't conform, who weren't normal, who didn't fit some outdated bell curve. Tolstoy, Tesla, Einstein, Shakespeare. Her mother doesn't care. A sudden cry escapes her lips. I don't want her to repeat the year.
Yeah, it was different with me. My dad was the one who called me weird and wanted me to be normal. He was very into sports, and needless to say, when his daughter didn't have the same gift of sports that he did, he got a little bitter and pretty much stopped hanging out with me. My mom was different. I mean, we both had geeky interests, and she liked having me around to share her geeky interests with. And now the next one. I don't think it's gonna get any happier.
Claudette hides under the covers pretending to be asleep, pretending she can't hear the yelling. Her mother wants her to get special help, but her father doesn't want to alienate her. He's right. Claudette doesn't want the other kids to know she needs special help. They'll laugh at her. She'll figure things out. She promises she will. Her new substitute teacher, Mrs. Cahill, is helping her. A lot more than the other teacher who always said she was in the clouds. Her father says stress is the worst thing for a child's developing brain. Leave her be. Let her grow at her own pace. Stress shrinks the brain, destroys confidence, kills creativity. He doesn't want her studying at lunchtime. Lunchtime is for real growth, authentic growth. Growth unhindered by the pressure of tests and the fear of making mistakes.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually agree with the dad here. Special help for a kid is a bad idea.
Claudette's mother is happy because her grades are improving. A single teacher can make a difference, can make all the difference, especially this teacher. Mrs. Cahill. Other kids call her strange and weird, but Mrs. Cahill isn't weird. She just gets it. She understands because she had a tough time learning when she was a student. This is why she makes an extra effort to help Claudette, to help her understand what she is explaining in class without alienating her.
Yeah, I also had a teacher who helped me because I was struggling in school. It was hard for me to pay attention, and the teacher and my third grade teacher, who also became my fourth grade teacher, helped me learn at my own pace. Of course, it didn't help that you had to write everything, and well, I have this condition which is apparently called dyspraxia, where I write really slow, and when I write, my hand hurts. So, needless to say, I did not like the writing assignments. I have to type everything because it's less strain on my hands, and I type a lot faster. And now off to the next memory.
Claudette is happy because her new teacher is helping her, really helping her. She's learning new things every day. More than facts and vocabulary, she's learning how to learn. Or rather, she's learning how she learns, and that is the key. But her teacher is doing something else. Her teacher is talking to her. She's talking to her about her issue, and how her issue is really a blessing in disguise if she can just learn how to succeed in a system that favors one type of smart at the expense of all the others. A system that frowns on taking chances or making mistakes, when making mistakes and taking chances is what is needed for learning, for true learning. Her teacher tells her that she has passion, and passion is everything.
Okay, your teacher's right about that. I mean, testing itself, the testing system itself is flawed because some kids, like, they get testing anxiety or they're just not good test takers regardless of intelligence. And that's the thing about the testing system and the Promised Neverland. I'm wondering how many kids did badly on the test were actually intelligent and got sent to be eaten and got sent to the demons for food at a young age. No, not that. Well, the system of feeding the kids to the demons was bad in itself, but, well, testing system was logically flawed, but the whole thing was morally flawed.
Claudette knows she's not like other kids, and she doesn't have to be. Things like bell curves and ideal student don't apply to her, and that's okay. The ideal mold is a prison for those wired differently, and her teacher has set her free. Her grades are getting better, and a test is coming. She writes, visualizes, and imagines everything she needs to remember, and somehow this works. The right teacher at the right time can make all the difference. Her parents are proud, very proud, but still her mother wishes she had friends. Still her mother wishes she liked what other girls liked. Her parents argue in another room about what to get for her birthday. Her mother wants to buy a new doll. Her father thinks she'd like something more related to bugs, plants, and bacteria. The suggestion upsets her mother. Her father defends her. See her for who she is, and not who you want her to be. Her mother goes silent. She suddenly releases a cry and says she doesn't want her to be bullied like she was bullied throughout school. Claudette's eyes go wide. For the first time in her life, she realizes her mother's wired differently too.
Okay, well, my mom encouraged my interest. Well, she was kind of worried about me because we were both kind of wired differently like that, but her way was to, well, she got really protective of me. I mean, after I graduated from middle school, she pulled me into homeschool for high school. She was so scared I was gonna get picked on and bullied. But that's enough about me. Let's see the film about Claudette. So she ended up getting what she wanted after all. Now let's see what the 10th memory has to say about this.
Claudette will be 8 years old tomorrow. She should be eager. She should be excited. She should be counting the hours, minutes, seconds. Instead, she is none of these. She dreads the moment she will have to open her gift. Every year it's the same. Dolls, crafts, jewelry. Nothing that means anything to her. Maybe this year she'll smile and pretend she didn't want a magnifying glass, or a collection of stones, or a set of books on botany. Maybe, to make things easier, she'll pretend. Maybe that'll make her mother less scared for her. Seeing her happy about her grades felt good. Real good.
And she ended up getting what she wanted anyway. Which makes that film thing we saw even more happy. But yeah, my mom would usually get me what she thought I wanted for Christmas. And I was a kid, well, my grandparents, they would just give me dolls and stuff. And I'll be honest, I really wasn't into dolls when I was a kid. I don't know, grandparents, they had a tendency to gender stereotype. It's the same with a lot of relatives. It didn't get better when I got older, so when I said I liked anime and manga or comic books, they would just pick up a bunch of random comic books and anime I've never even heard of and send it to me. One time I got this anime I'd never even seen. It was like the 5th volume. And so I started renting the anime just to watch that 5th volume I got. And now that I look back on it, I shouldn't have to work hard just to enjoy a gift. That's just so stupid. They're gonna be simplistic like that, that's their problem. And now that we finished off Claudette's memories, which brought up a lot of bad memories for me, my time wasting has come to an end. Next time I'm gonna be exploring the memories of Evan McMillan. Maybe those will be pretty interesting too. Hopefully they won't hit too close to home for me. Anyway, I hope you liked this video enough to give it a like, and if you want to see more from me, feel free to subscribe and hit the little notification bell to stay up to date. Tomorrow, I will be streaming Tears of the Kingdom, and this time I won't give up so soon. And if I have to backpedal, I'll keep backpedaling I'll backpedal for 2 hours if I have to. No, I can't promise I'll last 2 hours. Now, one thing, I do not want to play that game alone. Well, ordinarily, it is way too complicated to play on my own, I'll be honest. Anyway, you can also leave a comment, say whether or not you played Dead by Daylight and whether or not you like this video. Comments really help the algorithm. And I also have other social media accounts you can follow, which you'll find in the summary. And with that, I'm done. Bye, everybody.